First of all, can you introduce yourself and tell me about your role at LaserLink?
So I'm Jeff Kohler. I'm a co-founder and currently CEO. So, yes.
MD&M West is a big moment for LaserLink this year. Why was this the right event to officially unveil the refreshed brand?
Well, customers are mostly medical at this point. We're very much in the medical market. It's a innovation-based market, and we've got 3 new innovations to introduce this year that are very important. And that's significant. We're also completing our 30th year in business, so that's a significant milestone for us. And I've also become the CEO only within the last 13 months. We've got a new president as of January of last year, and that's allowed me to take a more visionary role in the company, and that's allowed me to think about, well, who are we really, and where are we going, who are we going to be? And all those things put together, as well as having a new marketing director, just made it a coalescing event. We actually started this process in late August. So to get here and have a brand launch in such a short period of time is amazing. It's a representation of our team. And also we've had, again, great people, Peter Davitt, who you've talked with about marketing, that's our internal director. And we were able to partner with a really talented agency, Shift Up, in Washington State, and it's all come together for us, and this is our rollout. It's awesome.
Can you talk a bit about those 3 new innovations that you highlighted?
I'm sorry?
Can you talk a bit about those 3 new innovations that you mentioned?
Yes, so we have FlawSense technology over here on the side, and that is a laser triangulation-based defect detection. So we're able to pick up pits, bumps, really minute details, scratches, wrinkles, in a surface of a product. Typically it's round or oval, but also in other products as well. Very accurate diameter. That's a very different type of measurement. We're able to, what we call shape error, so regardless of the shape of that surface, we're able to accurately measure its diameter because we're not using a 2-point method. We're actually mapping 100% of the surface. That's really significant. High-end, we have customers in the medical space. They're able to profile a new device in an R&D, and they're revealing details about their process, their extrusion, their coating systems, or whatever it may be, that they have never seen and questioned whether it was real until they got into the details and evaluated it in other methods as well. They're like, oh my gosh, this thing is really telling us incredible amount of detail. So that's new. We've got a new generation of that. We also have something we call autopilot, which is for ultrasonic systems. In a lot of medical applications, they're interested in stringing up their plastic line, getting it on size, and immediately producing product. And if you roll in an ultrasonic system, there's a lot of configuration that sometimes has to take place that slows it down. And if you're doing frequent changeovers, they can't execute ultrasonics, so they're not getting the full quality that they could. This autopilot automates some of that startup procedure that maybe take it from 30 minutes down to a couple of minutes. Sometimes it's longer than 30 minutes, so it's a huge change in the cycle. Then we also have bump and taper measurement. So non-constant diameter shapes, profiles like bump tubing or balloon tubing, taper tubing. We have a new analysis system that allows us to do this in line with something like what we call a virtual ring gauge, which matches how they validate these products offline with actual physical ring gauges. And it creates a system where we can verify quality upstream. So quality assurance allows operators to get their product profile on target well before it gets to an offline inspection system, which is a lot more complicated than what they do with ultrasonics. So yeah, it's huge niche products that have significant value in those market spaces.
So LaserLink has been in the market for over 30 years. Why was now the right time in the company's history for this brand evolution?
Well, we've always been a company focused on innovation. We came out with the first PC-based interface to this class of devices, laser micrometers, and so we did that for different manufacturers in the industry. So that was an innovation thing, the first one to do that. Then, as we realized, well, companies want a complete turnkey system, we realized we had to come out with micrometers. So we introduced the first prism-based micrometers. Then we introduced the first 3-axis prism micrometer to do a true sort of ovality estimate where others weren't doing that. And we've got a number of other innovations along the way. And again, we were talking about 3 new. So that was a clear aspect of clarifying who we are. As I spoke about earlier, 30 years, new innovations, a change in the structure and operation of the company. It just became the right time. If we were ever going to do it, the time was now. And obviously it lined up well with our 30th anniversary being this month and this trade show.
This was described as an evolution, not a rebrand.
Right.
What was important to preserve as you move forward?
Right. What you'll notice about the brand is that it still says LaserLink. We're still using the same kind of colors, and we've always been this company, and we've been about innovation and been about these things, but it's been very engineering focused and a little bit less sort of outward marketing focused, and that sounds like we're trying to put a label on things or cover up things and make it look pretty, but it's really about presenting who we've become, who we really are. It's very clean, and that's an important aspect of representing who we are. And it's an evolution because it's not a change of ownership, it's not becoming some new or entering new markets or being somebody else. We're just being who we are and representing the truth of who we are in our brand.
The announcement about the brand evolution talks about the company's shift from a measurement provider to a technology partner. What does this mean for customers?
Yeah, for customers these days, they don't necessarily have the extra staff to carry something through, to buy pieces and parts from different vendors, bring it all together into a solution. You see that across the medical industry, where companies are trying to provide full services to their customers. We're trying to do the same. Focus more on a complete solution to our customer rather than selling measurement devices and software and fixtures. We're putting it all together for them, delivering a solution.
How have customers' needs changed over the years, and how has LaserLink adapted to meet those needs?
Well, one of the things we see is the quality standards and the pace of innovation is really growing. So we've had to really step up our game in terms of how we're innovating and how we're partnering with people. So things like, well, we now have a team of applications engineers with 4-year degrees for the most part. And as engineers, they're sort of trained and we're working with engineers. There's more of a collaborative process that goes on, and that's really key. They're very curious folks. They enjoy working together with other folks, and we do that as a partnership to deliver the results our customers are seeking. So it's a stay curious, work together, deliver results. That's sort of a summation of who we've become.
Where is LaserLink headed, and how does this refreshed brand position the company for the future?
Well, as I just mentioned about being curious, we're open to the possibilities, and what we've created internally, our culture and so on, we're going to be successful because we're ready for it. Whatever that may be, it'll present us to itself, and we'll be ready. And that's important for our customers because they are adapting very quickly. They have to innovate. So innovation forward, you talk about pay it forward, we're innovating so our customers can innovate. That's sort of the generation of how we came to the branding and the tagline.
And finally, what do you want your existing customers to feel when they see this refreshed brand?
They want to sense, I want them to sense the confidence and the acknowledgement that we're still the same company, and that we're still the company that is folks that have trusted for 30 years. We're still that company, and we're going to be that company for the next 30.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. It's good to talk with you. Appreciate it.